just kind of dove in, and I will say it is really easy to learn. But for me, the best thing about it is just how practical it is. I'm sure a lot of people can relate to constantly, like you said, being in meetings, having a to-do list that's just consistently growing. And a lot of times, what was really hard for me was just things that weren't urgent, like say sending a recap or putting my notes together in a cohesive way. I would just kind of put those down on the to-do list because something would keep trumping it. And what this has allowed me to do in a couple of different things, for email, for example, I know Mike touched on this briefly. I am also running 1,000 miles an hour at all times. So for me to be able at the end of the day to say, hey, can you please look at my unread email and give me a to-do list or follow-ups based on what I haven't been able to get to today? And it spits me out a quick, here's the recap to-do list, and it links those emails for reference, and stuff like that has actually saved me so much time just on, you can only be so many places at once. Your to-do list just keeps growing as always, but being able to knock out a lot of those tasks where that usually would take me 30 minutes to go through all of those and figure out what I actually need to do with them, that was a big time suck for me. And then we also use Teams meetings, and that has been an absolute game changer from the sense of, I'm sure this happens to nobody but me, but sometimes you can be in a meeting where you might be double tasking, maybe triple tasking, and somebody calls on you. And so I can type in, hey, recap this meeting so far to me. 30 seconds later, I'm up to date. I can say, give me some follow-up questions so that everybody knows that I've been paying attention really well. And it'll give you some follow-up questions. I can fact check. And then really what has been huge for me is because I want to interact with people, so much of my job is actually being in that conversation, leading that conversation, having that conversation. Being able to, at the end, just say, give me the list of action items, generate the meeting notes is huge. And one thing that's actually really cool is being able to see the meeting notes from different perspectives by topic. So if I was talking to you, Will, about something and you were really, really hesitant about it, it will say, hey, Will seemed hesitant about whatever topic we were talking about. Here's something to readdress, or here's something to talk about with that.